I'm a racer and I know it. I'm a racer and I know it.
Hello and welcome, Racer fans, to another episode of This Week in Racer Women's Basketball. My name is James Lowery, joined as always by Coach Rob Cross. Coach, rough weekend. You had two tough opponents coming in. First one was Western Kentucky. Why don't you tell us about the game?
Yeah, I'll tell you, to open up at home is exciting. We had some things going on as we prepared for the game. I think our marketing department did a great job, and we had a doubleheader with the guys, so had a nice crowd, had some excitement, and then came out and, as our first competition in front of fans with an opponent that had a chance to scout a Division I opponent. We had a couple of close scrimmages, but we really started off the game pretty well. Had the first 4 minutes or so, first media timeout. We were playing with a lot of energy. We were fairly focused. We did some nice things. And then Western Kentucky went on a little bit of a run, went on a 14-0 run. They played a 1-2-2 zone trap, a three-quarter court press that really caused us a lot of problems that we had spent a week preparing for. But when we faced a little bit of adversity, we broke down. Was very disappointed in that and the performance in that game, the first half especially. I thought our kids played hard, but we had some fracturing of the team and things like that. That one thing it did for us, it gave us a great learning opportunity, both as a staff and as a set of student athletes. And we spent a lot of time watching film and talking about what happened, and then had 2 good days of practice on Saturday and Sunday as we prepared, not really preparing for Indiana, prepared for them from a scouting perspective, but we really focused on ourselves and what we need to do to become a better team and a family.
And then, as you said, your game on Monday was against Big Ten opponent Indiana. Heartbreaker, went to the very end, Coach. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Indiana coached by Kurt Miller, and he's one of the best in the business. I voted for him for National Coach of the Year probably twice, and he's an outstanding coach. And they come in here, they're one of the biggest teams in the Big Ten. Just a lot of length, and we won't see those type of bodies in the Ohio Valley Conference for certain. But, just an outstanding team with great length. And I thought their length kind of caused us some problems. Going into the game, we felt like we could be competitive if we cut down on the turnovers, which we had too many against Western Kentucky at 21, and really felt like we needed to focus on taking care of the basketball. We cut that down to 12 in the Indiana game, and we had to keep them off the glass, and we had to make free throws. And that's really, what the game came down to. They had 16 offensive rebounds, and a lot of those offensive rebounds led to putbacks or fouls on us, and then we were 13 of 19 from the free throw line, and they were 14 of 19, and the difference in the game was 1 point. And we did a good job of battling. We saw some great minutes from our bench. I thought we played with a lot of energy, a lot of focus. I felt like we were much more together as a team during the moments of adversity in that game. We started off the game and got a nice lead early, and then they went on a run, and they had a double-digit lead, and then we battled back, and we really did some nice things. Saw good minutes from Kiana Kirby off the bench with 9 big points down the stretch, and she's been playing well in practice, did some nice things. Ashley McBean came in and gave us some good minutes. I thought Kelsey Dirks, although she didn't get enough field goal attempts, she worked hard in the post, and we just didn't get the ball to her. But she did have eight rebounds and a few block shots, and did a nice job with their size combating that. And I was real pleased, although she struggled shooting the ball from the field, to say the least. I was pleased with Eric Assist's progress from a defensive standpoint and from a positioning standpoint on the court. Mariah Robinson had a better game shooting the basketball and really helped bring us back. Hit a big 3 late to give us a 1-point lead with 11 seconds left. And, then from there, we went with the lineup that got us back in the game instead of subbing and bringing those kids out. And, they gave a great effort. Indiana, a 6'4" player took the ball down the court like a point guard and made a pass for a layup late in the game. And, then we had a shot. Mariah Robinson hits a 60-footer. I called a timeout a couple of seconds before she took it, but it went in. And, I know her heart sank after it went in, and she knew the timeout had been called. But, the referee blew the whistle, and then she took a dribble or two and then launched the shot. And, was a great shot. But in that situation this early, it's a gut call, and I felt like she was getting ready to shoot a 60-footer and felt like we could get to the rim in that situation. So, we called the timeout, and, that's on me. And then we ended up getting a good look out of the timeout as well. It just didn't go down.
All right, Coach, you've got 2 away games coming up this weekend. The first one's against James Madison on Thursday. Second one's against Longwood on Saturday. What are you looking for your team on those?
Well, one thing, it's our first time to be on the road as a team. So we're actually heading out tonight. The bus leaves this evening to head to Virginia. Looking forward to getting on the road with the team. That's a great time for the team to bond. So usually we're starting the season on the road, and we're on the road a lot in the non-conference. This year we have this trip and one more to Missouri, and the rest of the time we're at home. So we have to take full advantage of this to bond as a team and grow. And we're going to face adversity on the road. There's no doubt about it. James Madison is one of the best teams on our schedule, if not the best team on our schedule. A team that won 29 games last year and returns virtually everybody on their roster. Coach Brooks does a great job with that program. And, they've got a kid in Burkholder that's, she's one of the better shooters in the country, and she's going to get shots off. She's going to let it fly. Got a lot of tenacity in their team. Certainly we're going to have to be together as a team. We're going to have a foxhole type mentality where we're there for each other constantly on the road. And then, we head over to Longwood, and I really haven't looked at them yet. We played them last year here, and I'll look at them after the James Madison game. Got an assistant working on the scouting report, but Longwood's long and they're athletic. And it's going to be an interesting trip. We're going to face a different style than we faced to this point. It's going to be great for our team as we prepare for OVC play.
And there you have it, Racer fans. Racer women's basketball back in action this week. Away matches at James Madison and Longwood. My name is James Lowery, joined as always by Coach Rob Cross. Thank you for watching, and you have a great day.